called it part 2 as well because I mean, okay, we are live right now. I apologize, everyone, but this is the world of live radio where things happen. And I tried to be clever. I tried to make this mocha thing where 2 spoons of Aldi's. They've changed the stupid recipe. The idiots, right? No, I shouldn't say. They've changed the recipe to the hot chocolate, and
so you made hot chocolate.
Yeah, I mixed a coffee in there, the Beanies, some sort of cinnamon coffee. I mixed it in there to make a mocha, and it keeps making you want to pee. And I think every
the coffee.
No, I don't know what it is. Whatever the combination is between the chocolate and that, maybe some blood sugar levels have dropped, or I don't know what it is, man. But it's just either way. Thank you for that, man. It's just it feels like I was rocking backwards and forwards. JD's talking to me, and I thought, I'm a rock star.
I understand, man. I understand. Sometimes you're in a ride in the car, and you got 20 minutes to go, or 30 minutes, and you go.
And the speed humps.
Or sometimes it hits you after you've stopped. You get out of the car, and it's like, whoa, you know, Niagara Falls, here I come, and you barely make it back to your house.
See, I think that's why I think I'm doing all right. You know, I'm a small fry radio presenter guy, but I think I'm doing all right because of being real, and that's the magic. You know, when you're real,
it is the magic. That is the.
It is. So, can I ask you a quick question?
Shoot.
Okay, so so that we've answered the first one. Was Beckham. What's your earliest memory of acting, and how old were you? Harvey asked that question.
My earliest memory of acting. I'm just going to put on my thinking music.
Yeah. See, I've got 1991 full. This is brilliant. I love it. That was brilliant.
Buying time. My earliest memory of acting. What was the very, very first time? Okay, no, what was the first? First memory of acting.
Was it Foreplay? Was it on 1991, the TV series?
Well, that is a good project that I can't find anywhere. Actually, the film.
That's cool.
Foreplay. That was in the border country you're talking about.
That's the one, yeah. David Athy.
Yes. Yeah. I was very young then, about 21. But my first, that was in Dublin. That was my first TV project, actually. My first acting. I mean, you know, being an altar boy is an acting job.
Yeah. Is it?
Isn't it?
I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. It is. It is actually, yeah. It is.
You asked me about your first experience of acting.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to like little boy territory.
Yeah.
And I was an altar boy serving in the church.
Yeah.
In on stage.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Brilliant. Which is the church, yeah.
In costume.
Perfect.
In costume. With stuff to do. At various different times in the performance.
Oh boy, yeah. You're a very clever man, JD, with the answer. I like it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's my first memory of acting.
Oh, my life. I love it. Okay. Do you have any advice for any up-and-coming actors and actresses? Asks Harvey.
That's really hard, That's really hard. Because, I'm not the one to be asking advice from, but if you ask me, which you are, my advice is, learn a lot of stuff. Nurture your natural talents.
Yeah.
That might be singing, drawing, dancing. I think you mix stuff, don't you, Dev?
Yeah, that's right. We have music production.
Keyboard, mixing music and remixing music. And, we got to do a collab on a Bangra version of something that we got to do that, man. Don't you think?
I think so. If I'm up to the job, if I'm up to the job, I'll try my best. Yeah, why not?
Good.
To
starting out, actors starting out, train yourself. Find a course that will train you for a year or two in certain things. There are some things that you can only pick up by working, you know. But be persistent and be kind,
Yeah.
and don't sell yourself short. Um, study, work hard,
Wow.
get get trained, be persistent,
It's about being
learn
persistent.
learn how to take rejection.
Oh, learn how to take rejection. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so hard. It's so hard, man. Not
um,
sure I've still learned that one either.
nah, man, that's cool. Funny enough, this studio here, for the audio and radio and all the rest of that, we are like right next to us is the biggest film studio in London. In it's called London East. It's a huge one. So they've done it's Doctor Strange and quite a few other things over here, and they're still developing it and they're still building it. I think it should be operational. It's already operational, partially operational now. You got a hospital thing in there. You got like a lot of sets in there, which are quite big. So normally you'd have to go Pinewood or wherever you would go, Shepperton. Who knows? But
Right. That's
yeah.
going to bring a lot of work to a lot of people, and that's good. Will you get back involved in that industry?
Do you know I will be interviewing? I'll probably be interviewing people. If I need to get a couple of shifts, maybe I could do that. But it's just the problem with the film world, right? Working film set security, right? I'm gonna be very real with you. If you're a family man, forget about it. You know what it is. Like you can start the job and 5 years will go by. You've clocked up a lot of money every year.
And it's all sorts of hours.
Yeah, yeah. It's not even just that. It's just that you're out in all sorts of conditions, and it's like your way. If your brain is at 100 miles an hour, dude, you could die, right, in position on the job, and someone could resurrect you by the end of the shift, and you still get paid. So,
And you still be expected to finish your shift.
yeah, that's what it is. And like, I thought that's why. I've been honest.
Yeah, are you full time radio now? Is that? I mean, that's the dream for you, isn't it? Radio and music and artists and mixing music.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm heavy into the mixing and hand building my own little bits of audio gear and experimenting with sonics and that is what I'm into. I would like radiation obviously to grow, and later on hopefully we'll get corporate sponsorship and advertisement coming in. So in other words, I can afford to pay other presenters and delegate some tasks because I don't have a life. I'm literally in the studio round the clock. And Claire, my other half, supports. Sister Harvey, she supports. You got your friends that help you out. But when the money comes in, I'll be able to put people on contract
Yeah, yeah.
to do their job. So I'm not no big time radio guy, but it's just the fact that I've worked under quite a few, in London in terms of Asian presenters. In her day, I was trained by Missy D. Now, in her day, she was like the dawn of Asian radio as a female, and
Right.
so to train under her, it's been a real. It's like learning kung fu from or Jeet Kune Do from Bruce Lee, and we got proper bitch slapped. Yeah, every time we made mistakes and that, like we got it, man, in the neck. And so I learned a lot from her, from Missy D. So massive salute to Missy D, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today. And obviously did the whole BBC introducing thing with Bobby Friction and all that. And Bobby's an amazing guy. BBC Asian Network, absolutely amazing. But I always wanted to have my own show, and where I can interview.
Now you're doing it.
Yeah, now, but it's the shifts that I pulled, bro. Like I had to pull some shifts to get everything in order. And that was my dream. And I remember one day somebody at work goes, "You ain't gonna be no radio guy." You know what I mean? I thought, well, you're gonna be one of us, mate. Eat your bacon sandwich. And I thought, all right then. I thought, nah, man. I thought I'm gonna do it, man. You're gonna live your life on the film set if you want to do that. But me, I know
You
that.
got it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's about. But okay, um, what hit me the most was I'm not gonna name the production, right, But it was a big production. Uh, our color skin, basically the non-pink people, yeah, we all got paid till 6 o'clock. They got let go at 4:30. They made us. They made like 20 of us or 18 of us hang around and sit in the cold for an extra hour till 5:30 for no reason. Yeah.
Hang on, back up because that's very interesting. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Are you saying that the white people got left go at 4:30?
Yep.
And the non-white peoples had to stay until 6:30 or 6?
5:30 an extra hour, but everyone got paid till 6 anyway. But it's just the fact that they made us hang around and do nothing, so we were just all having discussions, sitting on the steps, and this was for a big budget production. Now I'm not going to get myself in trouble, but
No.
it's
Man, I'm really sorry that that happened to you, and I'm sure you have plenty other experiences of other things to share with if you wanted to. That's terrible, and that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. But on a film, it's hard to stand up to that stuff.
But there's a certain guy, John Barnes, right? Now this guy's amazing. What he's done for us, like he is like a head of security, and what he'll do, his job is to basically, let's say Jared Leto arrives on a set for a film, he would take Jared, and he'd run him across to the thing and put his coat, around him and that, and say, "Dav, help me do this." So I know the drivers, which they've all got these funny 7 Series, haven't they? That's what they do. There's BMs, and I know a lot of the drivers over the years, and he fought for us basically. He helped up the wages. He pushed for the extra 50 pence an hour. I remember the one time I was working on set. I was standing up for 14 hours and 13 hours and 12 hours straight outside the embankment, right? And the military police, they're walking around and they go, "Mate, you shouldn't be standing up so long." It took someone high up in the MOD, the Ministry of Defence, to message across to Sony for them by Thursday to get me a chair to sit down. So they'll never listen to us, but it took the MOD to do that. That's why I thought, no. I thought your conditions of work are so poor for security, and the way they're winning the contract. This is real talk. The way they're winning the contracts is our guards don't sit down. Sure, your guards don't sit down, but their legs ain't working. They've got varicose veins, and when does something kick off, they're so tired they don't want to do anything. So at least give us a spot to sit, for the shift. So yeah, I know how it is to be the underdog, and that's how I'm building Radiation with that work ethic and mentality regarding.
Good for you, and more power to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But but God forbid that Ari Light goes missing, or Jenny goes missing. Yeah. And I let him know that as well. So I do stand up for myself. I literally say, "Mate, if I don't do my job properly, a Jenny goes missing. You got no lighting. How are you gonna film today?" Yeah. So I've been on film sets where you turned up on set. There's a burglary happening in front of your face. Just right in front of you, and yet you might have Spider-Man going on a cable straight down in the middle of some rough estate in London. So I remember that, man. So you're there to do the dirty work,
Mm-hmm.
So I think people I have massive respect for John Barnes.
It's big business, and a lot of people think that the movie business is all kind of fluffy and rosy and artisty, and kind of left of center.
Yeah.
But it's just another huge business.
It is, yeah, it is.
And like any huge business, it's very problematic.
I'll tell you another one quickly.
Go for it.
Before all this COVID stuff, right? I had a beautiful mask. It was a Cambridge mask, Cambridge mask company. It was 25 quid, lovely mask, N99 pollution filter. Yeah, not one of these crap ones. So everyone's like, "How come you've got a mask? We can't get hold of these masks during the first lockdown. How come you've got one?" I go, "Dude, you want to know the story behind the mask? Let me tell you the story behind the mask. What colour's my skin?" He goes, "Brown." Go exactly. Chicken tikka masala, mate. And what I'm trying to say to you is they kept putting me and my friends to look after the generator in the tunnel. The Jenny is putting out pure monoxide fumes or whatever it is, and you can't breathe. I bought the mask to stay alive, and that was the curveball on them. I had the mask. I thought, you couldn't kill the guy. He bought the mask with the N99 pollution filter, so I got through my shifts doing that. So I'm not going to mention the production, but that's what I'm trying to say. Conditions are bad, and people need to be ashamed of themselves, man, in that industry. And subcontractors are taking a lot of money. Contractors, subcontractors, and the person actually doing the job. So I messaged the bosses, going, no, not doing it anymore. Don't care. What $3,000 in a month you're gonna pull. You're breaking your back for it. There's people doing that in a week in London. There's people doing that in a day in London. Let's just be honest. Yeah. So
like you say, if you're a family man, which you are, you don't get a family life,
exactly.
and $3,000 a month isn't enough for that. Neither is $5,000 a month.
It isn't. No, it isn't.
I'll find another way.
Exactly. Can I ask you another question? Well, I've got a lot of questions for you, dude. All right, here we go. Finding Joy, the TV series 2018. You played a yoga instructor. So do you actually do yoga, and do you know about yoga?
I do know about yoga, and I have done yoga. I've done a lot of yoga in my time. And my friend Kamal is from Nepal.
Oh, wow.
And he is pretty much like a yogi, proper full-on yogi.
Wow.
Like from Nepal, like he practically levitated here to my house every Saturday.
Love it.
He would come in, and everything would just come down a level, and he would come into our living room and we'd push back the furniture and he would give us a yoga lesson and we'd give him some money. And he did that for weeks and weeks and weeks and years. So, I have done yoga. There wasn't much yoga required for Finding Joy, which is, for your listeners, an Irish comedy drama.
Yes.
That I did about two years ago, and in which I played a yoga instructor. It was a funny yoga instructor because he was a very cynical, non-Zen yoga instructor who was a bit of a bully, actually.
Yes.
In fact, he kicks out a pregnant woman out of his yoga class. He's like, sorry, no pregnant women in here.
Wow.
So he kicks her out of the class, and it's like, okay, let's go with the yoga class. But actually, they cut that bit from the broadcast version, which happens a lot. That's Finding Joy. Yes, I have done yoga, not a lot recently.
Absolutely brilliant. So, but would you say it helps you with managing if you ever do get stressed?
It every time my friend Kamal came to our house and did yoga with us, I felt significantly better every time. Now my groove is badminton, though, and I play badminton with my buddies 3 or 4 times a week usually.
Bloody hell! Okay, that's tough, man.
They're my badminton buddies. Like we meet, we play badminton. That's it.
I think that's absolutely lovely. That is actually. Great. That is actually really good.
It's great, and I'm the only white guy among those friends.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all good.
Which is really refreshing, and you're from India and from Iraq and from everywhere.
What I was going to say to you, the video to the video to let's have a look. Is it? No. Which video was it? Basically, you played everyone in the flipping video. I watched it earlier today, and I thought,
imagery.
Yeah, I thought he looks like. But that's him. He's on the drums. He's on the bass guitar. He's on the lead guitar. But it's him. But that's genius. That is genius.
Yeah, man. Thank you. That's imagery. That was my very first track, my very first music video, apart from a duet that I did shortly before that with my mate Peter. The one you're talking about is where I played the drummer, the bassist, the singer, and the electric guitarist. And actually, if you look at it again sometime,
Yeah.
you'll see that the it's a kind of an homage to my life as a performer, really, and a tribute to the performing arts. Now, the drummer is very obviously the Joker,
Yeah.
so it's acting. Uh, the bassist is actually Buddy Holly.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's music.
Brilliant.
The electric guitarist is Marcel Marceau,
Wow.
who's a French mime artist. And so that's kind of a different form of performance. And then you've got me in the middle as the lead singer of this random troupe of people being me, you know.
I,
So yeah, I love that video too. Thank you very much for bringing it up.
nah, man, it's absolutely badass. So that's Imagery. It was that July 2016, and then you come out with Blitzkrieg Pop September the same year, Avenge the Maybes December, The Ugly Tree July 2017, Redeem November 2018. Somebody Nobody. Tell me about that, dude. January 2019.
Well, Somebody Nobody is one of the most beautiful songs you'll ever hear. Written by the guy who produced that track, Herman Stevens, who has produced a lot of my recent tracks, including Somebody Nobody.
Yeah.
Somebody Nobody could be classified as a ballad, I suppose. And a lot of my tracks have maybe been a little bit more bombastic and punky and whatever else. But this is a full-on, soft, gentle, yearning vibe. I guess it's a love song.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's very beautiful. Lyrically, it's kind of snapshots of different situations, so it's a little bit abstract in that sense,
Yeah.
a bit like Dream. And then I made a music video in which I took the idea of migration and being a traveler and being a refugee and being a traveler on the face of the planet and life as a travel and the history of some of travel from an Irishman's point of view. Irish people who migrated to America and built New York. And so I kind of went along that lines visually.
Amazing.
And it all came together quite beautifully.
Wow. Wow.
So that's Nobody. Play it on your show.
Oh, definitely. And then there's Jump in February 2020, February of this year. I'm sure you spoke about Jump earlier at the start of the show. Now, I want to know, we spoke a bit about the lyrics regarding Put Your Lights On. It's the sound, I love it. It's excellent. And dude, the video, man, like, it's just, is that the video that I saw, the one that was sent across by the,
Yes.
It is. And but which one won the award? There's a video that won the award. Is it Redeem?
Redeem won an award.
Brighton Rocks, yeah, that's the one, dude, man. And yeah, because you done the whole. You are such a nice guy. I tell you what, you've done this. The way you've laid out your bio, you've put it like, this isn't bright red for the dumbest presenter out there. You can.
Oh man. That's there's so much that goes on behind the scenes of putting a song out and a video out. And, it's really hard work, right? And that stuff, if you don't have a manager or a promoter, you're an indie artist like I am, who's over 25, shall we say.
Yeah.
You do like PR manager now. And okay, now you got to be reaching out to radio stations. And yes, you do get help and you can pay various different people, different levels of money to get help with that. There's a lot of aspects to it. But yeah, the e-press kit is what you're talking about.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I always do my research anyway, on my own, regardless. Such as I took time to read through the Big Issue North online interview you did in June 2016 with Antonia Charlesworth.
If I remember rightly, that's a really nice interview.
It is. So there's some good questions in there. So I'm gonna flip one of the questions around. Right, what's one of your best gigs that you've done?
One of my best gigs that I've done. I spent about because I only came into music in 2015.
Yeah.
Following my life as an actor up until then, I came into music to stand up and be counted as an LGBT artiste
Brilliant.
at a time when Ireland went to a public vote on marriage equality in 2015. That's when I stepped forward as a musician with Love Will Tear Us Apart, a duet with my Irish friend Peter, and a video that went along with that, followed by Imagery, the song we spoke about earlier, and that, and then I basically became hooked on music.
Wow.
Remind me of your original question again.
What's the best gig you've ever done, dude?
Yes, so at that time, after putting out one or two tunes, I put a band together to go live and on the road and start playing a few gigs. And I played gigs for about a year and a half with a troupe of musicians, including Manchester and a couple of places out of town, at the Dublin Castle in Camden, and a couple of places around town like the Water Rats, also in King's Cross. But I stopped after about a year and a half. It was a great time. I learned how to do live performance. It came very naturally to me because I've been on stage all my life. I think one of my best live performances as a singer is probably the night that we recorded what is now the Jump video on my YouTube page. That was a very vibey night. It all came together very well. I think the band were dressed very well. I think we all complimented each other very good.
Yeah.
And I think it's really, quite happening.
Dude.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. So for Jump now, when I was younger, I performed the Dublin Castle twice in Camden.
Okay.
I did it. So, and what I remember, right? I know the sound engineer there. He's on my Facebook, and I remember, like, you got to catch the sound engineer, right, before he has drinks, because throughout the night he'll have another pint from the bar, right, and then next thing you know, I don't know, but the thing is, our sound check was so gangster, right, and brilliant that the headlining actor just literally walked out, just stormed out. They literally stormed out, and I thought, dude, it's like a whole band. I thought they stormed out, but I loved their sound system.
He stormed out.
Yeah, no.
So who ran the show? Who ran the sound on the show?
No. The sound engineer didn't storm out. The headline act stormed out. At sound check, because you got to turn up early at the Dublin Castle to do the sound check, don't you?
You do.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we did that well there that day. I remember it, but I wish we'd have filmed that sound check. Was just perfect. But then I told the story about the drink, where the guy starts having a drink, and it's funny, but it's absolutely brilliant. The sound system at the Dublin Castle. I don't know.
It's good, man, and the sound guys in there are great.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. He's on my Facebook. I can't remember his name. Is it Ben?
I can't remember the name of the guy who has done my sound there many times.
Yeah,
no shit.
He's a nice guy, man. He's proper cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple there as well. There's a guy and a girl together, and they're cool, dude. But okay, who else played there? You had the Killers, Coldplay, Kasabian, Blur, Madness, bloody hell, Amy Winehouse,
Libertines.
Yeah, Libertines. Yeah, Amy Winehouse.
Amy drank there.
Amy drank. She used to pull her on pints behind the bar. That's right.
Yeah. I'm not sure if she ever performed there.
That's right. She used to just pull her on pints behind the bar and drink there. That's right.
She's probably sitting at the table while she's having a drink.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Bloody hell, brilliant. Absolutely knockout, man. So, to have that experience of the Dublin Castles is a big thing, because
I have an Amy Winehouse story. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, hit me with it.
I'll be very quick.
No, that's all right. Take your time, dude. It's all good.
Oh, but are we live out over the air right now?
We are live on YouTube live stream.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there listening to us?
Yeah.
Okay, very quickly, my Amy Winehouse story. I'm a huge Amy Winehouse fan. Who isn't? Huge star, wrote great songs, made it all a little bit vintage with the Motown vibes, and her collab with that guy whose name I can't remember for that big album, Back to Black, and So when she died, actually, um, the day she died, I mean, she Camden is just down the road from me. I don't know where you are in London.
Dagenham.
Dagenham. So you're a bit further out, but
Yeah.
I could walk to Camden from here. I'm
Wow.
at Baker Street. So I went down there on the day, just as a fan
Wow.
by myself. And yeah, to pay tribute and to pay my respects as a neighborhood, as a London person, and as a person who loved music at the time. I wasn't singing myself, but who listened to a lot of music and was a fan of hers. Went down to her house where she was still inside there, resting in peace. And there was people inside there, and a lot of people putting flowers down and stuff. And I hung out there for a little while, took a few photographs, and suddenly I had a microphone in my face. And it was an MTV guy, kind of with a "What did Amy mean to you"
Wow.
vibe.
Well,
So I spoke off the cuff. It was a summer day, very hot sunshine. I spoke off the cuff, and I spoke really well. And I was surprised myself because I did her good in whatever I said that day. And it's online somewhere, but they beamed it all over the world, man.
wow.
Like it's part of the kind of MTV news and cable news. Like
Wow.
everyone saw me in that little clip,
Wow.
intercut with her. So my little bit of vocal and the camera on me saying what Amy went to me was intercut with Amy singing in the kind of news clips. So that was spectacular for me, and a great honor and lovely. God bless her. Great song.
Yeah, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse, man. That's proper. I think that's a crazy story. It's about timing, and it's sad.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. You're correct. So, what's your worst gig? Is it Manchester?
Oh no, why?
What's the worst gig you've ever done?
Why did you say Manchester?
Because I read the article before the show on the big issue.
I can't remember the Manchester story now, except that we were driving all day.
Oh, cool.
So we were very late, and we barely had time for a sound check and that kind of. No. The worst show I ever did was when I lost my voice. Whoa. And could be. It was in Dublin Castle.
No way.
I was coming out of a cold, and I could probably sing one or two songs half decently, but I had to sing 9, and some of them are really dramatic, and some of them are just not good, man. And through no fault of mine, I wasn't well that night. But as a performer, I really,
that's not a nice place to be, man.
I'll do anything not to let an audience down, and to transport them and to deliver them and entertain them.
Wow. So was that because of lack of sleep and too much practice?
No, it was through having a cold.
Oh, sorry, the cold. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you mentioned the cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I should really have not done it, but you don't want to let people down, and So I did it, and I thought I'd get through it, but it wasn't good. No, and it doesn't matter. These are small gigs. There's been a lot of great gigs. I supported Arthur Brown, who's still alive. He had the big 60s song Fire.
Yeah.
And I supported a big Irish guitar.
Hold on. Arthur Brown, Fire. Can you just quickly sing that?
I can't sing.
I'm the Lord of Hellfire, and I bring you fire. Is that the one?
Fire.
Oh no! Do you know how that song got made famous more recently?
Pardon?
Do you know how that song got resurrected more recently?
How?
Because that scumbag who did the shootings at the mosque, he had that playing in his car.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So he used that song as a motivational song. That's the one. Yeah. That song, yeah, bloody hell. That's why I researched it. I thought, wow,
It's a good tune.
it's a
It's his
great
big
tune though. But forever now, people are gonna associate it with
with a bad activity.
yeah, with a disgusting activity, man. So at the end of the day, it's just but you actually got to perform and with Arthur Brown.
I got to perform with Arthur Brown. Arthur is still going strong. He's over 70. He's still doing intimate gigs. And I got to support him on a couple of gigs, including at Manchester, I believe, and here in London as well. And he's a lovely, humble artist, very committed to a very off.
Have we just lost signal? Testing, testing. Hello. I'm not sure what's happening over here right now, but hello. I apologise, folks. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I think we've lost JD. Can I bring him back or no idea. We've got a few more questions for him, and then I'll work out what on earth is happening over here. Let's have a look. No idea. All right. Okay, I'll call him back. Just a second, folks. The world of live radio. Yeah, you've already had me running to the loo. We lost a connection. Oh no, this goes from bad to worse. I think we'll try and call back in a moment. We'll try and call back in a moment. Everyone just hang tight, please. Yes, Radio Asian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion, interviewing the amazing, super talented JD Kelleher. I'll see what's going on.